Okay, guys. Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday morning, and it's 7 o'clock. So we got the $1 Million Street today, and I've had such a rocky week with labor and all that I don't know. I don't know if somebody's coming to work or what. Got a feeling everybody's coming to work today. I know Anthony will be here. So, and I texted Zach earlier, but he ain't responded yet. But he probably ain't up. But my thinking is, since I'm having so many issues, that the earlier I get started, then we can minimize my risk of, if somebody don't show up or whatever, then I can still continue on. So I'm not gonna be able to get started at 8:30 and shit, man. So one of the answers to my issue is, well, I just get started a little bit earlier. I'm up at 6:30 every day, Saturday and Sunday too. So I just need to practice what I preach, use my time a little more efficiently, and use my time, to be all I can be in the time. So instead of me sitting at the computer doing stuff, I'm already on the road. But we got to cut the back 40 on both the $1 Million cuts. So I want to get an early start for that. I believe everybody's going to show. I believe Zach I believe Zach's going to come to work today. So, but I have a new drone. I have my new drone that I'm going to fly today, and this is the Mavic Mini Pro, and it's a sophisticated little contraption here, y'all. Let y'all see. Wop, wop. That's him. and then it comes with this really cool controller. So the controller itself is almost like a cell phone. See that? So now I don't have to worry about hooking my phone up, and that really stopped me a lot of times from. So we're gonna be flying this some today. It's got a traction sensor on it too, where it can track you on the mower and it won't hit nothing. This thing does a lot of cool stuff, so I'm gonna learn how to make it do some of the cool stuff and get some better footage. I gotta pull up in here to the gas station real quick and put a little bit of fuel in fill the Skag up. So today I'm rocking with the Skag, the X-Mark, and the Ferris. I have the Ferris and the Skag on this trailer, and Zach and Anthony will be pulling the X-Mark. We got to do a set of the bushes over here, not all of them, but just one. One of the customers wants to do bushes. It's about 20 minutes of work. I charge her about $75, I think. Yeah, I haven't done the bushes, but it usually takes Zach about 20 minutes, man. Now, me being here an hour early, if Zach don't show up for whatever reason, I'm not saying he will or he won't. I'm sure I'm hoping that he will. That me getting over here an hour early, well, that's going to make it where I can do the bushes if I have to. We just won't be. We'll be way ahead of the game. We'll be as far ahead of the game as we can. I can't hardly get started at these particular properties before 7:15 or so. So I got fuel. I really should have got some freaking coolant, man, for the Ferris. I put water in it, because I don't want to keep wasting coolant, man. So anyway, well, I didn't. So it's got water in it, and I got water. So I hope everything's all right with it. So like I was saying, so I got another issue with this Exmart. Well, it's not another issue. It's the same issue. It seems to be, I don't know, it almost sounds like it's bad, some bad fuel in it or something, but it's running great. It starts up, it runs great, and it's backfiring and shit. So last night when I was loading up the trailers, you know, it was dark, and so I got on that mower and I loaded it up on the other trailer, and with it being dark, you know, I never run the mowers at dark, I could see fire coming out of the muffler, you know, out of the hole in the muffler. I mean, it was like, yeah, I mean, it's like a torch. And I have been noticing, you know, as I've been using it, you know, that a lot of heat is coming up from behind my head, you know, from behind me on the mower, right? More heat than what I, you know, but I just, you know, attribute it to being, you know, so hot out, so dry out, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really look at it. In the daytime, you can't hardly see nothing. But it was a very apparent last night. I mean, there's a blue flame coming out of that thing that's, yeah, man. I mean, if you back up to the wrong thing and leave that thing running, it's gonna melt something. So that is something that I'm gonna have to address, because that thing you'll start a fire. Like I said, that mower is a great mower, and I'm gonna try to get through this season without buying another mower. I ain't saying for sure, but I'm gonna try. But I may not get through the season without putting an engine on that machine. It's got like 2,100 hours on it. I may put an engine on it. But see, I can't do anything as long as they got the other Exmart in the shop. The other Exmart's been in the shop. Oh man. Well, it's been over a week and a half this time. It was about 2.5 weeks last time. You know, I haven't got to use that mower in about four or 5 weeks. So I'm not gonna do anything. I can't, man, you know. And I know that this mower right here is kind of dangerous. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it and all that. So I looked up the muffler for the Exmart mower, right? $500, y'all. That's just for the muffler. That's a pretty significant amount of money for, you know, for what I'm getting. And I know a lot of you guys will say, man, dude, you know, it's just what it is, you know. Well, the good thing about me, and being in business for a while like I have been, I know how to do a lot of stuff, and I can make things last longer than the average Joe. So there's a lot of things I can do besides buy a new muffler. Now now of course I'm saying that now, but I have to analyze it first. It was dark last night, and it was hot. The muffler was real hot, so I couldn't really touch it or nothing. And it was, you know, 9:30 at night, you know. So I just loaded it on the trailer. I knew no matter what happened, right, that I had to use it today, no matter what. And it's been like that for a minute, because I've been feeling that heat. And I just, you know, when I loaded it up last night, I was just, you know, I felt the heat, and I just turned around and looked, just, you know, and man, you could see that blue flame coming out of there, just as strong, it looked like a torch. That's what it looked like, a blue flame on a torch. That's what it looked like, man. I mean, I was like, damn. So, we're gonna have to keep the grass off that thing and everything. Of course, if the engine catches on fire or whatever, then, you know, I'll put another engine on it. But you can't replace, you know, the wiring harnesses and all that, and it makes sense. So I gotta be able to think. You know, I've been kind of topsy-turvy all week this week because of all the other things going on. So, you know, my wife had to go to the emergency room, and I don't know if I talked about that too much. because she don't really like to be involved in the videos. So I've had a, and then, you know, Zach not coming to work one day, not having a ride, late yesterday, you know. So when all these outside things of the business start happening, which is called life, right? Well, I have to kind of just prioritize, you know. And of course, you know, taking my wife to the emergency room, there's nothing more important than that. So everything will go to the sideways for that. But at the end of the day, you know, the business has still got to keep going, and there's only so much brain power, right? You can only spend so much of your brain power on all the business stuff, because when my brain power gets pulled away from that, then I start slipping on the business stuff. And, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. We hope and pray that we're gonna get through today with that muffler like that. I mean, I think it's been doing that well for at least 3 weeks. I've been feeling that heat when I get on. Of course, when Zach gets on, he don't feel that kind of thing, because he doesn't notice things like that, but he doesn't have a baseline to base everything on. And of course, Anthony, he doesn't know that either. And that's not a dig at neither one of those guys, you know. I mean, I'm not, you know, but me being the owner, it's my job, you know. It's part of my job. Part of Zach's job is to do some of the manual lifting, the heavy labor, the stuff like that. That's part of his job. And my job is to make sure we got the equipment running right. And am I slipping? I might be slipping. So, but this week's been a bad week for me. We haven't really made a lot of money this week, but we got through the week. We didn't lose money by no means, but you know, we didn't do great. Now today is going to be $1,350 a day, and that's 4 properties, y'all. So I'm going early because, you know, well, like I said earlier, but the ferrets, you know, the ferrets is still on the fence about if it's holding water or going to run hot or whatever. So the ferrets is on the fence. So this hour head start is going to help too with that, because I can run the Skag and go on and get a lot of stuff cut before they ever even get here. And that's where you want to be. Because I won't run the ferrets today unless I have to. Well, I'll have to, but it'll be minimal use on it. We want to kind of gradually put it back in the mix, you know. And it did good over at the $1 million. I mean, it did good over at the 14-acre site on Sunday last week, you know. But it didn't get really used that much, because I sent the guys over there, because that was the day I had to take my wife to the emergency room. So I sent them over there with the X-Mark and the Skag, and they had just about cut all of it, like y'all saw in the video. So that's where we're at today. We should be able to do these properties, and the goal and mission for the day, as my buddy Randall would say, is try to get done before 3. That's the mission. And I don't see why, me being over here an hour, I'm over here a solid hour before everybody else. So a lot of the little things that really hold you up, I'm gonna been done. It ain't gonna hold us up today. So we need to be able to be as skinny as possible today, and nothing tear up. That's important too. I know I'm gonna fly the drone some, but I don't know how much. We'll just have to see. I know when I first get over here, I ain't doing nothing but cutting. I'm cranking the mower up and I'm gone. So I probably won't get a lot of footage early, but after I kind of see where we're at and get the guys out here and get everybody situated and get everything rolling, then I'll probably jump in the truck and fly the drone for a minute. It's a wrap, man. 2 o'clock, $1,300. $1,380 is what we got today. And it's 2:19, and that's what I'm talking about. Now I did get here a little early, so what that tells me is well, number one, I'm always measuring where we're at, you know, time-wise and all. So we were able to do the back 40 on both of the big ones, right? And the bushes on the one right here. And be done by 2 o'clock, or right at 2. Now I got over here probably about 15 after 7. So that helped big time. But if I were to do that on the day that we don't have to cut the back 40 and don't have to do the bushes, oh my God, we could add 2 more properties on. We could easily make this Friday right here, when I do all 4 of these properties. When I do all 4 of them, it's 300, 600. It's about 950 when on a regular cut. No bushes and no back 40. So we could have done all 4 of these without the bushes and without the back 40, and able to go do another $150 to $200 in lawns and still be done by 2:30. My goal every day is, well, to make what's required for the business to keep rolling, right? Just the ability to be able to get over here earlier really pay dividends for us. You know, and of course, Zach and Anthony, they busted their ass today. You know, I'm a little bit hard on them, you know, because, well, I want them to make good money. And I know if I'm not hard on them, then, or, you know, pushing them to do things in a logical order, that we won't make good money because we won't make good time. My job is to make sure we make good time. So, but I made a few errors today for sure. One error that I made was I forgot the little mower, the little push mower. It didn't hold us up real bad today, but you know, things like that are, you know, or knucklehead, bonehead moves, right? You know, they are. And then, you know, me and Zach, we got into a brief little argument. Was, you know, it's hot out here, man, and you know, it ain't his fault, it ain't my fault. It's just you guys know, if you got anybody coming out here working with you, man, in this heat, man, you guys know exactly what I'm saying. So, but you know, we don't let things that happen out here, you know, as far as verbally, you know, affect our long-term deal. Because we both, when it's all said and done, and Zach looked at the time, he understands exactly what I'm saying. Not that I was right in that situation, I just didn't explain it like I should have to him. You know, there's a certain things that I know that the customer wants that sometimes I negate to tell the guys that work for me, you know, and I know what looks good, and but then I'm telling Zach, you know, just in general, over the course of time, you know, don't do this or don't do that, you know. But in this particular situation, he had to do, so I saw his reasoning on, you know, on why he was running the mower this way. I saw it. I saw the reasoning. But I didn't want him to run the mower that way. I wanted to run it a long way so they could see the stripes from the street when they ride by. You know, we're not trying to do little bitty things that people can't see. I want to do long lines that when somebody rides down the street, they say, damn, that looks good. That's what I want, you know. And though Zach was running across the divots the way he should have been, in that particular situation, it's a little bit different, and he just didn't understand what I was saying. And you know, we had a brief moment, and then it passed, and we continued on working and got done. And that's what I say. You know, I know a lot of these guys that come on YouTube and they talk about how sweet everything is and how good it is and blah 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 blah. But it's hot out here, man, and it ain't sweet worth a damn. And they don't talk about, you know, that aspect. You know, they certainly don't show it. They don't talk about it or anything. Everything is lovely, you know. Bull. It ain't lovely. It's hot out here. Did I tell y'all it was hot out here? It's hot out here, man. And we're trying to get done. And I'm trying to move mountains. And, you know, me coming out here an hour early, I didn't want to let our inefficiency, you know, mine included, you know, negate that whole hour that I spent this morning before the guys got here. So, yeah. I had, by the time they got here, I had already done half of one of the properties, one of the big ones. I mean, I had already cut over half of it and weeded it. That saved us a lot of time. But Zach had to do the bushes, so that took away some time. And we had to cut the back 40s. That took away some more time, you know. But then the grass ain't growing real strong, so that added some good time. See, you balance all that out, and I think that if I hadn't came early, the grass was growing real strong, then it'd probably be 4 o'clock before we got done, and that's an hour and a half from now. Probably took us another 2 hours. Yeah. We're not trying to do that. And whatever I got to do not to try to do that is what I'm going to do. So, yeah. So another video yesterday got a little screwed up. I don't know what the deal was with it. A lot of times by the time I get to the point of posting the videos, I'm wore out, man. But we did good today. Okay, man. So I got me a sandwich from the sandwich shop. I got everything picked up. It's a wrap on the day. 2:35, and I'm finna go sit on the couch with my doggy. So y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy Time Friday, y'all. See ya.